J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings is a masterpiece of world building, and at its heart lies Minas Tirith, the towering city of Gondor. More than just a location, Minas Tirith is a symbol of hope, resilience, and the fading glory of a once great kingdom. This deep dive explores the details of its architecture, history, culture, and the strategic importance within the epic narrative. Understanding Minas Tirith is crucial to understanding the core themes of the story itself. Greetings all, I am your guide, the Archivist. Today I'll look at Minas Tirith, its origins, its influences on the events of Middle-earth and its final fate. Before we begin, please remember to like the like and subscribe waystones down below, so that more people can learn from the archives. Minas Tirith, meaning the Tower of God, is a city built upon 7 levels, each encircled by a massive white wall built on the same stone as Orthanc. These walls, each higher than the last, offer unparalleled defences against invaders. The city's design is not merely functional, it also speaks volumes about Gondor's history and its connection to the ancient kingdom of Númenor. The White Wall, the outmost lowest level, represents the first line of defence. It is most vulnerable but also the most accessible to trade and the everyday life of the common people. The 7 levels, ascending through each level, one encounters increasingly fortified positions, reflecting the city's layered defence strategy. Each level houses different functions, from stables and armories to living quarters and council halls. This meticulous arrangement reflects a society organised for war and survival. The Citadel, at the very summit lies the Citadel, a seat of power for the stewards of Gondor and eventually King Aragorn. The Citadel houses the White Tower of Ecthelion, from which the banner of the White Tree of Gondor flies. Its presence is a constant reminder of the city's lineage and its intended role as the centre of a restored kingdom. The Great Gate, the formidable gates of Minas Tirith, are a symbol of the city's strength and resilience. Constructed of steel-reinforced white stone, it is practically impenetrable. Its destruction by Grond, the massive battering ram of Mordor, marked a significant turning point in the siege of Gondor, signifying the overwhelming forces arrayed against the city. The White Tree of Gondor, located within the Citadel, the White Tree is perhaps the most poignant symbol of Minas Tirith. It represents the lineage of the kings of Gondor and the connection to the ancient elves. Its withering and the eventual death mirrors the decline of Gondor's power, and its eventual rebirth signifies a hope for future under Aragorn's reign. The meticulous details of Minas Tirith's architecture are not merely aesthetic, they are integral to its function as a fortress and a symbol. The ascending levels, the materials used for construction, and the placement of key landmarks all contribute to the city's overall impression of impregnability and historical gravitas. Minas Tirith was not always known by that name. Originally it was called Minas Arnor, the Tower of the Setting Sun, and it was built to guard Gondor from the evils of Mordor. Coexisting with its sister city Minas Ithil, the Tower of the Rising Moon, these 2 fortresses stood as beacons of strength and vigilance. However, when Minas Ithil fell to the Nazgul and became Minas Morgul, the Tower of Dark Sorcery, Minas Arnor was renamed Minas Tirith, the Tower of God, to reflect its new singular role as the primary defence against Mordor. The city's history is one of both glory and decline. It witnessed the height of Gondor's power, serving as the capital and a centre of culture and knowledge. But it also endured centuries of war, plague and internal strife, leading to a gradual erosion of its strength. The line of kings failed, replaced by stewards who ruled in their stead, a constant reminder of Gondor's diminished status. The events of The Lord of the Rings take place during the period of decline. The Siege of Gondor is a culmination of centuries of war, a desperate struggle for survival against the overwhelming forces of Sauron. The city's ability to withstand the siege, even briefly, speaks to its enduring strength of its defences and the courage of its defenders. The inhabitants of Minas Tirith are primarily descendants of the Númenóreans, the men of the West who once lived on the island of Númenor. They are generally taller and more long-lived than other men, and they possess a strong sense of duty, honour, and loyalty to their kingdom. The stewards of Gondor, who ruled in the absence of the king, were figures of great responsibility and authority. Denethor, the last steward before Aragorn's return, is a complex and tragic figure. Consumed by despair and driven by madness from the Palantir, he ultimately failed to see the hope that remained, choosing self-destruction over surrender. The soldiers of Gondor, clad in silver mail and bearing the emblem of the White Tree, are the city's first line of defence. They are brave and disciplined, willing to fight to the death to protect their homes and their people. Figures like Beregond, a guard of the citadel, exemplify the courage and loyalty of the common soldiers. The details of the city's social structure, from the ruling stewards to everyday citizens, reflects a society deeply rooted in tradition and duty. The echoes of Numenor are still visible in their customs, their language, and their unwavering belief in the importance of defending the West against the shadow of Mordor. Minas Tirith's strategic importance cannot be overstated. It stands as the last major bastion of defence between Mordor and the rest of Gondor, Rohan and the free peoples of Middle-earth. If Minas Tirith was to fall, the way would be open for Sauron to conquer the rest of Middle-earth unopposed. The siege of Gondor is a pivotal moment in The Lord of the Rings. Sauron throws the full weight of his armies against the city, hoping to crush it and break the spirit of resistance. The defence of Minas Tirith is a desperate gamble, a last stand against overwhelming odds. The arrival of the Rohirrim, led by King Theoden, is a crucial turning point in the battle. Their charge breaks the siege lines and gives the defenders of Minas Tirith a much-needed respite. However, the battle remains a close-fought affair, and the fate of Middle-earth hangs in the balance. Ultimately, the courage of the defenders of Minas Tirith, combined with the actions of Frodo and Sam in Mordor, lead to Sauron's downfall. The destruction of the One Ring weakens Sauron's armies, and the forces of Gondor and Rohan are able to drive them back. The end of The Lord of the Rings sees the restoration of the Kingdom of Gondor under the rule of King Aragorn. His coronation at Minas Tirith marks a new era of peace and prosperity for the city and the surrounding lands. The White Tree blooms anew, symbolising the rebirth and hope and restoration of Gondor's former glory. Minas Tirith, once a symbol of fading glory, is transformed into a beacon of hope for the future. It stands as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of good in the face of evil. The details of its rebuilding and restoration under Aragorn's rule are not explicitly stated in the books, but one can imagine a renewed sense of focus on culture, learning and diplomacy, alongside the continued importance of defence. In conclusion, Minas Tirith is far more than just a city in The Lord of the Rings. It is a complex and richly detailed creation, a symbol of hope, resilience, and the enduring power of the human spirit. Its history, architecture, and the character of its people make it a central element in Tolkien's epic narrative, and its story continues to resonate with readers and audiences alike. The painstaking details woven into its description enrich the overall narrative and contribute to the enduring appeal of Lord of the Rings. And so I have now covered the content for this video, but if there's anything that has been missed, please share it in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this content, please remember to like the like and subscribe waystones down below. Now Lueg of Vanadvan, until we meet again.